Today was the end of the 2022-2023 EPL season, and it came with shocking news. I think we all expected them, but there's still shocking news. Leicester City and Leeds United have been relegated. And this is sad because, first of all, Leicester City is one of the few teams that have actually won the league. So we are talking about former league champions here being relegated. So that in itself is huge. And another thing is that Leicester City is really, really not a bad team. Because if you look at the individual players, they actually have really, really good players that I just don't know. They just never clicked this season. They did not look like the Leicester that we knew before. And it just seemed like they did not have any identity. They did not know how to play anymore. But they still had really good players, which I think are going to be snatched up by other teams in the league. And one of the players that are definitely going to be snatched up is Jamie Vardy. Definitely a good player. I think that maybe teams like Everton, teams like Aston Villa, those teams might require his services. He's definitely not going to go to the big teams, the Arsenals, the Liverpool's, Man City, or Man United. No, but he is still like a good player who has contributed and done well for Leicester City. So obviously, any team that takes him will benefit from having him. Another one, I know Telemans was always going to leave this season because he was going to become a free agent. So definitely going to be snatched up by another team. I think Madison is also going to be snatched up by another team. I think that Harvey Barnes is definitely going to another team. Inacho, so a lot of players. This team is definitely going to lose a lot of players, which is going to make it very difficult for them to come back next season. Next season, but I do hope that they come back. I hope that they will. This relegation will force them to address the issues that brought them to where they are right now. So sometimes teams they really do need to get relegated in order for them to take the issues within their team seriously and take necessary steps in order to fix them so that the team when they come back let's say next season, if they do come back next season, then they come back as a better team and they are able to stay up for as long as the league exists. So very sad to see Leicester City go down. And the other one is Leeds United. Leeds is one of my favorite teams, mainly because of Lucas Radebe. Lucas Radebe played for Leeds for a really long time and was the captain of Leeds United. So because of that, I have a vested interest in Leeds and their success. I really do. I also loved how they played in the first season. They were very, very offensive, but I could also see how that could be a problem because they looked really good going forward, but their defense was nowhere near as good as their attack. So that was also a problem. And they also seemed like one of those teams who did not, after the first season, who did not know how to play and who could not really identify their own strengths. And then they also had injuries and all of that. They lost their coach. So Leeds had a lot of struggles and They tried they tried bringing other good coaches to come to try and help them, but ultimately they were just unable to. So yeah, Leeds United, Leicester City relegated from the EPL.